I've got my Unex Pirates jersey on for the occasion as we head down to the basement, and I'll show you guys the setup for the league. Here's a painting of our beautiful cat, Hazelnut. And here's a Mahjong neon sign. Well, not neon, but just like an LED light up sign. All right, let's move on. So there's this walkway that takes you to the main area here of the basement where we have our couch, the TV and video games, but more importantly here is our row of 3 auto tables. And this one is the main star of the show, the Amos Rags 3. And we have 4 cameras set up around it and studio lights. And everything's hooked up to a switcher here, which I will turn on here in a minute. And that's how we live stream it all to YouTube. So what is NOMI League? I'll explain. NOMI League is a team-based league inspired by M League in Japan. M League also has 8 teams. Well, it has 9 now. They added a new one this season, but historically it has been 8 teams. And Unex Pirates, this team jersey that I have on, is from that league. And basically what it consists of is each team sends 1 representative to play each game, and they play some large number of games throughout many months, and then the team that has the most points at the end of the season wins the league. In the case of M League, the league is, I think, over 100 games now over the course of the entire season. So it's very long, and they do it most days, but they also get paid for it. Here in New York, everyone has a job. We don't pay you to play in our league. So obviously it's a lot smaller scale. We're actually aiming for, I believe, the 36 Hanchan this season. I may be wrong. It might be a higher number than that or something around there. But basically, it's 16 sessions and 2 Hanchan each session. Actually 4 Hanchan each session because we have 2 concurrent tables. So you can do the math there. I'll probably put it on the screen because I can verify the facts because I have it written down somewhere. But yeah, so we modeled it after M League. We created our 8 teams here, and each team has 4 members. Last season, this is season 2 that we're running this. Last season, we only had 3 players per team, but this season, our club has grown, and we added 1 more player per team. So now we have 4 players per team. So it's very exciting. People love it, and actually we have a pretty large prize pool as well for this event. I'll show you guys. So this is the rule sheet. If you want to pause there, you can see what the rules are. I'm not going to read them all to you. But here's our prizes. So the first place team is going to take home $800 plus. We'll get to the plus part here in a minute. Second place $400, third place $200, and this prize pool was almost entirely funded by donations. We did have a small entry fee for each player, and that all went to the prize pool. But then we opened donations for anyone in our club or anyone outside of our club to donate to the prize pool, and people sort of went wild with that, and we received a ton of donations, more than we could have ever hoped. And our prize pool more than tripled, and this is where we're at now. And people got so excited that they wanted to donate not only to the prize pool directly, but for bounties as well. So we have special bounties that were selected by our donors, such as $20 for any Yakuman, $33.30 for Sanshoku Doko, $22.20 per Rianpeiko, and so on. You can see them all here. And all of them go to first place prize, other than if you win the Junchan Sanshoku closed only there's $100 that goes to that player. So we haven't had that happen yet, and this is going to be week number 9, I believe. So we're more than halfway done with this season, and we haven't had the Junchan Sanshoku closed. We've had this instance where someone cons and reveals 4 Dora. We've had that twice, and we had the 4th to first place Gyakuten that ends the game once. All right, so let's get these lights turned on. You can see it's quite bright. But it has to be for the camera quality. it's all lit up. And then the second table, because we actually played 2 tables simultaneously. It's this one, it's the JPEX. Also a scoring table, not as fancy as the Rex over there. It doesn't deal you your high pie, but it gets the job done. And so 4 people will play here and 4 people will play over there. And they'll play their games at the same time. Let's get this table turned on. It takes it a minute to calibrate the points. But what we can do in the meantime is push all the tiles in. And then we can close it by holding the opposite dice buttons. There we go. And the points are calibrated for starting. And everything's all good with this one. Now let's turn on the big boy. There it goes. I can see on camera it flickers, but if you see it in person, it's not flickering. You know, it's one flaw, I guess, on video about the score display, but well, in person it's not flickering like this. It's just an effect of the video. I don't even know if the points are correct. We'll see. And the starting dealer is actually going to sit on this side. Oh, there it is. Yeah, points are correct. Very good. We can open this up. Yep, just push all the tiles in. And that should be good to go. We actually got custom name tags made for this event. So this is an example. It has the team logo. This is Chris's name tag. He's part of the Opie Dopes, which is a team named after this dog named Opie. And here's another example. Here's Melvin's, who is part of Team Yakumen. You can see each team has a different color and their logo. So I'm going to fish out the 8 people that are playing today and put out their name tags where they're supposed to sit. Alright, so this is today's lineup. On table 1, we have Sam for Doraneko, Christy for Triad, Vinny for the Opidopes, Eric for Team Yakumen. And on table 2, we have Josh for the Destroyers, Christine for Penguins, Michael for Falcons. Falcons is actually my team, so we're sending our rep player Michael this week. And then for the Sours, it's Calvin. Each week, the captains of each team choose which player to send out, so that's how we decide who gets to play each week. We hold this league once a week, mostly on Fridays, but today is a special Thursday session because tomorrow Friday is the start of Anime NYC, so a lot of people won't be available for that, myself included, so we couldn't host it on Friday this week. Alright, on they go on the table. Sam, starting dealer. Let's make sure that's good there. Alright, there he is with his dealer marker. Then it's Christy as the South player. And they'll actually play one Hanchan. They play one game each on each of the tables, basically. And the order is the same. So after one game on this table, these 4 people will switch over to that table, and the 4 people sitting on that table will get their chance to be on camera as well. So all 8 teams are on camera for one game each week. That way the people at home who are supporting one team in particular will always get to see one game for their team. Alright, that's the 4 on the stream table. And now let's take the other 4 here. I've put the dealer marker here. And so let's put Josh here. Christine here. Michael is the West player. And we did decide the wind order randomly ahead of time, and it's been published, so all the players know where they're going to sit ahead of time. It's not a surprise for the whole season. And there it is. Next up is going to be turning on all the cameras, which is actually, well, I was gonna say it's the hard part, but turning them on is not the hard part. The hard part is actually setting them up to the right angle, because they always get moved a little. That one actually looks pretty good right now, but of course we have to test it and make sure it's, and all 4 of them are level. We'll do that once some of the players for this week start arriving. We usually commission the first people to arrive to help us set up the cameras and make sure they're all in the right angle. Actually, our streams have commentary off-site, of course, because you can't have commentary on-site if on the same, in the same room as the players. Although the PC where this is all being sent to is upstairs, so I guess there's also a chance they wouldn't be able to hear, but it's easier for the commentary to be off-site, I think. Well, that's all 4 cameras, and then what we can do here is we can turn on the switcher. So this magnificent little device, there it goes. You have to twist the cable a little like that. You see now it's on, and it's plugged into this monitor. This monitor should give us some image here in a second, maybe? This is how you switch between the cameras. You just press the 1 through 4 and you get the signal. However, well, I'm not getting anything on this monitor, so I'll have to troubleshoot that a little. That's the joy of every week setting up the stream. You always gotta troubleshoot something.